Shalom, Shalom, Call Hala Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rachak Wadash. Yahweh being the true name of the Father as the word and calls God. Yahushai being the true name of the Son as the word and calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect and to the brothers that's pushing this truth in sincerity, risking life and freedom to do so. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that are listening and learning. This is your brother Labar coming at you with another lesson in truth. And we'll get into this whole New Testament, New Testament concept. Because you got the New Testament, then you got the Old Testament. That word testament is a pagan word. It was interjected by this so-called white man during the Roman Empire to cause confusion, man. But we're gonna break it all down so you can properly understand. All right. So first off, let's get into this word testament. So that's a stumbling block because when somebody picks the Bible up, and you got these Christians, man, that they go into the New Testament only Bibles, but hold up, that word testament is supposed to be covenant. So that word testament is not supposed to be even there. So it's supposed to be the old covenant and the renewed covenant. And who's that covenant only for? Israelites. We're gonna prove all that. So when you go to the Barnes and Nobles and to your online bookstores, this is what you see in a lot of cases. And this is Christianity. Christianity is one hell of a fucking drug, man. You know how they've been able to infiltrate so many different intricate parts of our culture, man. Fucking culture vultures, man. These thieves, and they just steal everything. So basically, let's get into the origin of that word testament. We're gonna prove all things. Okay. As you can see at the very top, testament. Say this instead, covenant. So that word testament is not even supposed to be in there. And we're gonna explain to you how this was done to deceive you. Covenant. All right. One of the saddest mistakes of the King James Version is the use of the word testament instead of covenant. So this this deception right here to cause confusion. According to the Companion Bible, the word testament is a translation of the Greek word diviki, something like that, which means covenant. Which means covenant has been nothing less than a great calamity, for by its use, truth has been effectually veiled all through the centuries. So yeah, the truth been hid from the average person out here, man. That's why we had to wake back up and put the spirit of Yahweh Shimi Yahweh showing us. The prophets had to come back to life, then we came back to life so we can wake our people back out of this dead state they're in. All right, let's go here. This word testament is a description of our present spiritual realm, is the heritage that we have inherited from Rome. So yeah, these devils, the Edomites, the so-called white man, the Romans, all right, the Greeks, these are all the same people, Edomites. For it has come our way due to the use of the word testament in the Latin vocab. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something. All right. This is the Bible history, and the Bible wasn't always in book form. It was written on scrolls, then you had manuscripts. You have to understand that. All right. So the first, around by 500 BC, was the Hebrew so-called Bible, which would be the scrolls, right? So the first language that this ever was put in was Hebrew, right? Then it went to Greek with the Septuagint, which you had the Old Testament around 200 BC, all right? Then you had the New Testament came after Yahushua was crucified, right? Peter, what I'm saying, was pushing the word after Yahushua was put to death, all right, through the scattered to the scattered Israelites, all right? Then you had the low Latin Vulgate. There you go, the Latin Vulgate. So that's when this deception came into play, and that was around 382 AD. So when you go down to the King James 1611, all right, that's when this deception, went into the English language. All right, so let me show you something real quick. Okay, all right, we're gonna read this. Many Latin words were borrowed during the Renaissance period. We're gonna read that again. Many Latin words were borrowed during the Renaissance period. That's when these devils came back into power, the so-called white man. And Renaissance means rebirth. Rebirth of what? The Edomite philosophies, the Edomite religions, the Edomite way of life. All right. During the scientific revolution in the 17th and 18th century, many new words were coined Newly created. That's why we always go back into the original Hebrew, or we go into the Greek to understand what things meant. Because these devils did this mass deception. All right, let's look at this too. This is the English vocabulary. So you have to know these things, man. The English vocabulary. All right, 26% of the words that we speak today is Germanic. 29% of the words we speak today is French. 29% of these words are Latin from the Roman Empire. All right, Latin. So the Latin influence is all through the Bible, man. So that caused stumbling blocks, man. So let's go here. All right, let's go to this word testament, and let's figure this out. Testament, late 13th century, right? Last will disposing of property. So that's what this word means, man. These devils, from Latin testamentum, something like that, a last will. So that means something totally different. That's a stumbling block. So when you see the New Testament, that word testament not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be renewed, a new covenant. Really supposed to be renewed covenant, right? Who was that covenant that he made with? Only one people. The first, you can't, so he made the first covenant with the Israelites in the wilderness, our ancestors, man. All right? And he making that second covenant with the same people, man. We're going to prove that through scripture. All right? And you see, you can finish reading on this. The use and reference of two division Bible, early 14th century, is from the late Latin testimonium, so on and so forth, all right, which means covenant. Covenant, man. That's the word that's supposed to be there. So let's go pull some scriptures real quick. Let's go to Revelations 22 and 18. We're going to come back here. And for you devils, man, and our people believe these lies, man. Revelation 22 and 18. For I testify unto you, every man that hear it. What does that mean? It ain't just saying nobody that just hear what they hears. This word hear means understand. All right? And the elect only will understand. All right? The words of this prophecy, of this book, so the prophecy, right? Everything that's coming to pass and that's set up for the future to come to pass. If any man shall add unto these things, so these devils added these new words in there, right? Yahweh should add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. So you devils gonna get, man, you gonna get, that's why your kingdom falling right now. And then you got 1,000 year hardcore bondage you gotta serve, you devil. All right. So that word covenant, okay. Let's go to Hebrews 8 and 7. So we're gonna prove all things. Hebrews 8 and 7. For if that first covenant, who was that first covenant made with? The so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you Israelites, have been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. So this is this renewed covenant. All right. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the day is come, said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, when I will make a new covenant. So not no New Testament. And it's a game changer because when you put that word testament there, when you say New Testament, the illusion that has been put on our people's mind is like it's talking about anybody. Now, when you put the proper word into context, New Covenant, now you know the whole Bible is only meant for the Israelites. You see that's a very big deal, man. That's a very big deal. All right, let's get back into it. With the house, and this is a future prophecy that's going to happen. This haven't happened yet, the second covenant of the renewed. I make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Why is it saying this? Because we broke off into two different kingdoms, man. You had the northern kingdom, which was Israel, then you had the southern kingdom, which was Judah. All right. Now, not according to the covenant I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. So they're going to prove to you the first covenant with the Israelites. Because they continue not in my covenant, I regarded them not, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So he cast us off as a nation. We lost our identity, then he woke us back up. Baruch 2 and 30. All right? And now we teaching our people in truth. All right? It was a time that we was all ignorant. We didn't know better, man. We didn't know who we was. All right? Let's see how much time. All right, 10. But this, the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, a future prophecy, right? Said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, I will put my laws in their mind, and I will write them in their hearts, which mean your mind, and I will be to them a power, a God, and there should be my people. That's a cut on everything, man. So you got to throw that word testament out. So it's not New Testament, it's not Old Testament. And hold up, when you say old, it puts you in the mind frame that all this stuff is done away with. But the book of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and many books that's in the so-called Old Testament has end time prophecies in them and prophecies for the kingdom. All right, so let's go here. I'll show you something. Okay, so right here, if you look at the very top, renewed covenant. That's what's supposed to be there. So instead of the New Testament, we'll get into that word renew. It's renewed covenant. Renewed covenant, man. So instead of being the New Testament, it's supposed to be the renewed covenant. Now you see why these devils did this, man. All right, let's go here. Mr. Tanakh. Look at the very top, first covenant. This is the first covenant, only made with the Israelites. So the second covenant, other renewed covenant, not no testament, right? It's only for the Israelites. So if you can put that in your mind and understand what I'm telling you, man, that word testament is a dead word. All right, let's go here. Renew. Let's go to this word renew. All right. All right. We'll go to the top. Renew. To make new or as new. Restore. So he's going to restore our nation, man. That's went into that scripture in Hebrews. Renew antique chair. So it was something. You can't make no new covenant with someone you didn't have a first covenant with. And, covenant mean agreement. So the Bible is supposed to be called Old Covenant, and then when you want to go to the so-called New Testament, it's renewed covenant. So the whole Bible is only for the Israelites, and they make everything else make sense. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said he would teach us in truth. And these lies has put a veil over the whole earth, man. So the average person, they don't know this, man, and they never will know it. It's gonna lead to their destruction. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. We giving you true knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That scripture says they reject knowledge. So our people reject knowledge. All right? When we tell them the truth, they reject it. They don't want to hear it. They think we telling them, making this stuff up, whatever. That's why we prove all things. So instead of saying that word testament, it's covenant. And that's a big deal because now it gives you clarity of who the whole Bible is for, or the so-called New Testament. Call Halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakwadah. Shalom.